I was put here by people to do a great job, and that's what I'm doing.
Just a day after Donald Trump praised his efforts as president, a new poll shows very few Americans agree. The survey conducted by the Associated Press and National Opinion Research Center shows about 6 in 10 Americans disapprove of Trump's job performance. And it confirms a deep divide south of the border. A majority of Republicans love Trump, but almost all Democrats find him unacceptable. The poll also gives Trump poor grades on major issues like immigration, guns, and foreign policy. The survey was released amid an escalating diplomatic row between the United States and one of its longtime allies, Denmark. Trump's desire to buy Greenland at first sparked a global laughing fit. Then it got ugly. Trump recently called the Prime Minister of Denmark nasty and canceled a trip to the country because she found the notion of selling him Greenland absurd. But Trump has since expanded his target list to include NATO, tweeting that Denmark as a NATO member doesn't contribute enough to military spending, then adding NATO as a whole doesn't spend enough on their militaries. The latest jab came just days before Trump heads into an important meeting with other leaders of the Group of 7 powers in France, which also happens to be a NATO member. Summit host President Emmanuel Macron of France has set the bar low to avoid a repeat of last year's fiasco in Quebec, when Trump bolted from the summit early and withheld U.S. support for a joint statement. The G7 now set to end without an agreement for the first time in history. Recent comments Trump has made about trade also risk complicating the search for common ground. Asked on the South Lawn about the country's trade war with China, Trump declared this:
I am the chosen one.
Adding unpredictability to this weekend's G7 summit for Europeans who fear they're next on Trump's tariff hit list. Back to the poll, despite the president's weak marks on major issues, Trump's handling of the economy remains a relative bright spot, and Trump remains overwhelmingly popular within his own party.